everybody, it's Platinum Stoner here, Abby. Trying to make a video all week. I did one on my phone. It didn't work. Can't get it off my phone or upload it, and then so no more trying to record on my phone until I have more of an updated phone. So yeah, I got some puffy ass eyes going on. I've spent most of my morning crying or screaming or wanting to hit a wall and contemplating murder. Not really. You know what I mean, though. Bitched about it on Instagram Live. If you're not following, I'm sorry. If you're not following me on Instagram Live, you have got to follow me on Instagram. You don't have to, but you should. Sorry, one sec. Mom life, right? Okay. Let's see. So, I don't even know how many weeks we are into school. Started the 16th. Today's the 1st. I can't think to do the math. But we'll talk a little bit about SPD and the school adventures that I see a lot of parents struggle with, but I also see a lot of people not having an idea of quite how to deal or handle with those moments, including I've decided to stop calling him my parenting partner. I don't know if he watches this. I don't care, but I've stopped calling him my parenting partner. Okay, I'm just gonna call him Dad. Their dad. Because in order to be a parenting partner, there needs to be a partnership. And I've realized that there has been no partnership in a very, very long time, and that frustrates me so bad. I've realized that I've not only have done the last 10 years of shit, but I've disciplined the last 10 years of shit. And I've had to figure it out on my own. In the first 5 years, I didn't even know my child had special needs. So, for those who are guessing what's going on with your kid, could it be this? Could it be SPD? Could it be autism? Could it be yada, yada, yada? Please go and ask and talk to your doctor and just be completely open about every concern that you have, because it will save you. Diagnosis, man, that's a hard thing to swallow. It's a 7 stages of grief, okay? Hard thing to swallow, but once you accept, it really honestly helps so much. And to find support groups and everything out there really helps. They're online support groups, because I'm sorry, you can't really take special needs kids to play dates. It just doesn't. Honestly, I don't understand the concept. I can't take my daughter to a regular play date without it being a huge ordeal, so I can't understand the concept of taking her to like a special needs play date with a bunch of other kids who are special needs. Maybe I should try it. I don't know, maybe I'm just crediting it, but just from what I know, my life experience, it's not for us. So my support is online. So I learned a lot of tricks online. So school mornings. I know I'm not the only one who battles with school mornings. I battled school issues since preschool. Preschool, there's a thing with transition. Special needs kid, there's a thing of transitions are a big, big thing, okay? Leaving mommy is a big thing, just for any kid. The change, the sensory overload, the smells, being around other kids who are drooly and burgers coming out their nose, and just, she went to an amazing preschool, but the sick kids everywhere, and she can't handle any of that. That makes her want to throw up. Like, it's just all of her senses, I realized, when she started to go to preschool. Even though I didn't know what was wrong, I just thought I had a bratty child, and I was fucking up my parenting. The teacher, the old director, that's the owner of the school, she would physically have to remove Kahari out of my arms, and I would have to turn, and I'd have to run for my car, get in my car, and drive off. And then I'd sit there And I do the mom guilt. See, I'm just crying. I'm a mess today. I did the mom guilt, and I drove around the block, and of course she'd always be fine. She'd be sitting with the teacher. She would be hanging out on the swing. She would always be fine, but like she couldn't do that transition. So I'd be like, okay, good, you know? And then pick up the exact same thing. Instead of the teacher ripping her out of my arms, I was ripping her out of the teacher's arms. And that, I have never really appreciated that teacher. She was a strange lady, a hard person to talk to, a hard person to get along with. She scared you. She was really good at scaring parents, but the kids loved her. And the strength that it took for her to rip that child from my arm still amazes me. The dedication, I mean, I can't imagine ripping somebody's child out of their arm just so they stay at school. Like, I couldn't do that. That's why I'm not a teacher. That's why I'm not in the educational child care field, because I couldn't do that. But there's people that do that, and they have to do that, and you have to thank them for that. Because if they don't help you, if your teachers don't help you, your child will not succeed. Push the 504s, push the IEPs, push them like you are seriously giving birth. It matters, and it changes your life and your child's life dramatically, okay? I mean, I went through 2 years of preschool of living hell all the time. Getting her dressed, getting out the door, the whole shebang. But it was just one child. It was just me and her. By the time she finished her last year of preschool is when I found out that I was pregnant with Azalea and she was starting kindergarten. So I had just had Azalea. And she started kindergarten. So I had a newborn baby and she started kindergarten. She was, yeah. And I would be doing the morning fights. The dad would go to work at like 6. I'd get up the girls, feed the baby, change the baby, get the baby dressed. Then start the battle with the kindergarten at that time of getting dressed, combing hair, brushing teeth, eating breakfast, putting socks on, putting shoes on, getting in the car, getting out of the car, dragging her into the office, dragging her up to her kindergarten teacher, and that kindergarten teacher had to pull her out of my arms just like the other one. And her kindergarten teacher that fucking year sucked, as she's no longer at the school. Good riddance. Those teachers who seriously can't get with the times and cannot accept that, you know what, maybe your teaching style isn't working for my child. Maybe you should take a little bit extra time to get to know my child and actually listen to what I am telling her. Like when I said I found out my child has sensory processing disorder, she's like, I don't know what that is. How does that affect her at school? I educated. Okay, I didn't know what it was. That's stupid. So what? I'm supposed to give her special treatment because of that? No, I am not asking for special treatment. I am asking for help. Help, not special treatment. Why do people think that because special needs mom, we're asking for special treatment ourselves? People have literally judged me for saying I'm a special needs mom. They're saying that I like that title because it gives me something. It gives me nothing. Mom guilt. Constant mom guilt. Constant meetings with the teachers. Constant mornings us being late to school because we can't put our shoes and socks on. Or our pants on for that fucking matter. As the other day, Azalea witnessed all this, okay? Back to the beginning. I couldn't get her dressed, I couldn't get her out of the door, and I have a baby. So I'm fighting with my kindergartner as my baby's crying and trying to just get them out the door, right? You know, like, you just do what you gotta do. And we get them loaded up. Most of the time, the shoes and socks didn't get put on until I got to school. And every morning was just screaming battle. Got easier. Finally, by 2nd grade, we had a teacher that actually fucking helped us. And that was from that year forward, the best year ever. The first year of school, due to the clothing malfunction, due to the hair, due to her embarrassment of being sick and not wanting to cough in front of her classmates, she wouldn't blow her nose in front of her classmates. So she would go all day long without blowing her nose and come home and get really sick and really bad sinus infections. I don't know how many times she held it in to go to the bathroom. That one I don't even know. Luckily, we never had an accident at school. Preschool we did, but not at school. Preschool a lot. I stopped kindergarten a year. Thank God. Let's see. I had to add on her IEP that she can't. They have like snack time as a group while they read. Well, that was making her throw up and making her run to the bathroom and making her gag. And then her kids were like, "What's wrong with you?" Her asshole teacher, "What's wrong with you?" in kindergarten. So like I had to be like, "No, she needs to sit at her desk for her snack. I don't see why she can't sit at her desk and still listen to the story. She doesn't need to be around these kids with all these different smells. It's a huge trigger for her." For a while, she had to eat in a classroom because she couldn't go to the cafeteria to eat. For a while, you know, we had to do a lot of extra steps. First grade, I think I picked her up from the nurse's office at least 12 times. Because she tripped in front of everybody, and that was embarrassing. Or because she coughed and she's getting sick now. Or because she had an itch in her ear and now she's getting an ear infection. Hypochondriacs. And I just spent the first, from kindergarten through 4th grade, going back and forth to school, with a baby in tow, with a toddler in tow, sitting in the office with my baby still in her diaper because we were running so late that morning. No bra. I have to wear a bra. It's not really a choice. Just like, I don't have time to even look in the mirror that morning. And I sat in the office that morning for 2 hours while they're trying to coax my child to school while my baby's crying and my kindergartner's hanging on my other arm and, "Don't leave me. Don't ever leave me. You can't do this to me." So it has gotten easier for her throughout the school years. I've learned tricks. I've learned coping mechanisms. I've learned schedules. I've learned warning her. "Okay, Kahari, you have 10 minutes to eat. Okay, Kahari, in 10 minutes we gotta get dressed. Okay, Kahari, 2 minutes we gotta comb hair." It's a process. "Okay, Kahari, in 5 minutes we gotta get shoes on." And it drives me insane. Because I do have to keep to that schedule, so I have all the alarms. And then they go off, and then it's the transitional thing of like transitioning from eating, transitioning to getting dressed, transitioning to combing hair, transitioning to shoes, transitioning to car, transitioning to school. It's constant transitional issues that causes massive meltdowns. The amount of times that I sat with her curled up in the back seat of the goddamn car, and I couldn't get her out of school as we're sitting in the school parking lot. There's nothing I could do. I could not physically drag that child out of school with my infant, or I guess 1-2-year-old at this point, crying and screaming. I was scared I was going to get the cops called on me. So my child 1 year missed like 40 days of school, and I got the letter from social services of like, "We're going to come investigate what's going on, yada, yada, yada." And so I had to get the IEP in 504. She's on a 504. I had to get it because that would excuse those mistakes, that would excuse her late absences, and that would save her ass from social services coming into my house and being like, "Why are you not taking your child to school?" Kids have to go to school. It's the law. So I did everything in my power to get my kid to school as much as I could, and I drained myself. I exhausted myself dealing with those years and also having a newborn, toddler, preschooler, and sister. And now, my other sensory processing disorder child and ADHD child. It's the same goddamn thing. I'm having a lot of PTSD related incidents because Those battles, and I'm downplaying the battles, okay, you guys? I'm downplaying them. The battles of getting her to school included scratching me, choking me, kicking me. Well, she was doing this all before, like way before. Way, like 1 year old on. When I was 7 months pregnant with Azalea, she had a huge meltdown. Stoner mom was with me. She had a huge meltdown at Costco. I didn't know what to do. I picked up my 5-year-old kid. 7 months pregnant. I'm tiny. I'm all belly when I get pregnant. Carrying this girl out while she is punching and kicking my stomach to the point that I literally started to have contractions. Like my stomach started to like, I was like, fuck, she just hurt my baby. And it's hard because I know a lot of moms struggle with your siblings, your kids hurting each other. Not supposed to cry! Your siblings hurting each other. And I've dealt with that since I had my baby, and it happens all the time. And it happened before my baby was even born. And I just am blessed that my baby was not hurt during that episode. During that massive, crazy-ass freaking meltdown of insanity that she caused me. I couldn't get her buckled into her car seat. I used to have to basically hit her down because she would fight so hard. But I noticed that once I got her buckled and had the deep pressure, she would calm down. So if I could get her in the car seat and if I could get her buckled, it would be okay. Getting her there, fighting a 5-year-old, 7 months pregnant, I was like 6.5 months, we'll just go with that. The amount of fucking moms staring at me. Hey, if you don't have a sensory, or if you don't have a special needs child, I'm gonna say it, I'm gonna fucking say it. You're lucky enough not to have a special needs child, because there are days that I have the most amount of envy for those who do not have the struggles that I have. And so if you're fortunate, I should say obviously fortunate, not to have to go through these battles, you are the most luckiest person in the world. And don't stare at the moms who are fighting their kids. Okay? Don't. You truly have no idea what is going on. People have seen me spank my child in a meltdown, and they just stare. Sorry, I will do what I need to do. Now that I know spanking my child during a meltdown, that ain't gonna do shit because she's not there. Her brain is not there. She is so overwhelmed with emotion. She's not thinking correctly. So those actions in Costco was a meltdown. She didn't know she was hitting me. She didn't know that she was kicking her little sister in my tummy. She didn't know she had those battles because the second I had her pinned down in the car seat, she looked at me and she's like, "Where's Catherine? Where's Victoria? What happened?" And I'm like, "I'm going crazy. How do you not know what just happened?" As I'm crying and, debating on, do I call my doctor? What do I do? One of those moments where I call Danny and call Danny and call Danny. He didn't answer. Catherine came out. It's okay. The good thing is all those moments have turned out okay. Sitting to go to one of her best friend's birthday party, and we sat in the driveway where she freaked the fuck out in the back seat. The families are so sweet. The families that we have are so sweet and understanding and so encouraging, and they want Kahari at their child's birthday party. And they will make the biggest accommodations for my child so she's able to go to the birthday party because she's still not able to go. So she's done two. She's done two. Yeah, we've had 2 successful birthday parties. She's 10. Azalea's had like 15. So yeah, school's been rough because now I'm experiencing it all over again. Um, my dad didn't experience those years of hell with me. He just heard about them. I can text Catherine at any moment and my other friend at any moment and be like, Danny, like, I don't know what to do, and they immediately know what I'm talking about. Because he's trying to help, but his helping is the fun man, the fun guy. He wasn't there for all those years, so he doesn't know how to discipline. He doesn't know his kids' needs, and what works for one child doesn't work for the other child. And our youngest is daddy's girl, daddy's princess, daddy's fucking princess, okay? Like, she didn't want him to shave his beard because she loved to rub it every night, daddy's princess. Daddy's girl. My oldest is mommy's girl. She's mine. And the thing is, both girls listen to me. And I know each girl, and I know that one thing doesn't work with the other child, and one thing works with this child. I know that yelling at the younger one really accomplishes absolutely nothing other than scares the shit out of her. But I know if a stern, strict voice and counting to 3 with a spanking at the end, if she's not listening, works every time. Oldest, yelling at her does not work. Disciplining her does not work. Taking things away does not work. Nothing works to discipline a child. Nothing. The one thing that might make a difference is taking away her stuffy that she's had since she was 3. Why the fuck would I do that? She sleeps with it every night. That's like just cruel. That's just me being cruel and mean. And so it's like I just have lost, like, I think phases of her. And he tries to discipline them the same. So he basically disciplines Kahari like Azalea, but Azalea truly does need discipline because she doesn't have as severe sensory processing disorder. She doesn't have as... Basically, Azalea has the 2 diagnoses, and Kahari has... I don't know, they throw 10 at me. I really don't know what Kahari has. Okay? So, I know what this one has, and I don't doubt it for a fucking second. Not a fucking second. So, sensory issues. Getting her dressed has been a pain in the ass. If you have issues with socks, turn them wrong side out. That will save you. Rub their feet prior. Massage their feet. Tickle the feet. All different types of pressure on their feet will help desensitize their feet. If it's the same with clothes, well, you guess what? You get a tickle war before you get your kids dressed. And they get massaged and their back scratched. And their sides tickled. And, you know, like, you have to desensitize their body before they get dressed. And also it helps lift their spirits and gets them excited. And nobody really, what parent really wants to be doing that at 6:30, 6, 7 in the morning, okay? I don't, but I did. So we've been having a lot of issues with my youngest getting dressed. It's just the exact same issues, but the thing is, she's amazing at school. Where did my lighter go? She's doing really good at school. She's kicking ass at homework. She's so smart. And she has mimicked and learned a lot of behavior, like such as she didn't want to put her shoes on until she got in the car at school. Guess what? What did I just say? Her big sister, how many times did we go to school without her shoes on until we either got there or were in the car? Every other day. Azalea was sitting there watching that. So to Azalea, that's normal. Like, she doesn't know any different. Azalea has been raised in this house where she doesn't know what it's like to have the TV on 24/7. We walk into some people's houses and the TV's on for 24/7. My kids don't know what that's like. Hari would lose it. Azalea would love it, but she doesn't know what it's like, so she doesn't know what she's missing, basically. But she's seen all these episodes of school. These mornings where Hari doesn't want to go to school and doesn't want to get dressed. I know how to desensitize her to get her dressed. I know how to get her dressed. I know how to get her out the door. But she's playing this learned behavior, not having meltdowns. They turn into meltdowns because my poor baby has panic attacks. because she will get herself so fucking worked up because I feel like she's seen it. And then she can't stop herself. She doesn't know that cutoff. I think it's time for a spa day. Back's under my ass. Whatever. At least my vein isn't popping out. You know that one vein you're stressed? I don't know. I get really stressed out though. This one will pop out too hot. It's like getting old. What the hell? So I stopped taking my oldest to school last year in the morning. I gave that to Dad. Dad, you do that, okay? Azalea's sick and tired of it. I'm sick and tired of it. We need a break. And so he took her to school. And it was a year, and I still had to get up and help out and, you know, do the morning routine. And I was looking so forward to both my kids being at school that I was like, Dad, you're still going to take them to school? That's still going to be your responsibility? I'm sleeping the fuck in. I did alone for 5 years. You're doing it alone. You know, it's only a few more years until the oldest is in high school and the youngest will be completely self-sufficient. You know, just getting through kindergarten, right? You know, the 5th grader, there's no big deal there. Just making sure her homework's gathered up. She's finally got her school situation, and she likes school, so that's one thing she thrives at. But youngest, you know, it's like, I know he has to figure out his groove, but he won't listen to me on these pointers that I'm like, well, you need to do this. Azalea will be so overworked that she's like, I just want somebody to love me. I pick her up and I fucking love the shit out of her. If she fights me and kicks me, I know that giving them that tight hug, buckling them tightly into that car seat, weighted blankets, all of that stuff helps calm them down. Rolling them in a blanket, bear hugs, pushing against the wall, any hard stimulant, like, you know, like just how good a hug can make you feel. Think of that when you're having a panic attack. And then, see, there's another date. Oh my god. She's having a panic attack and how to deal with all that. It becomes so overwhelming and, God, it's just something that I'm not sure how to deal with anymore. I had this figured out once. Now I have a different child and different obstacles, and yet they're all the same. Same thing, different obstacles, different child, different personality, different time in my life, where I am utterly and completely beyond fucking exhausted, where I really, truly feel like I'm trying to be really honest right now and trying not to cry at the same time. I love my babies. I will give anything for them. I have given everything for them. My hair fell out. I had to cut it. I can't keep weight on because my stress and anxiety is so bad. The mom guilt I feel all day long. The mornings, from all these crazy mornings that I have felt for years, is swallowing and eating me alive. People tell me it's okay. They need to be disciplined. You have to do that. You don't feel mom guilt about forcing them to school. It's what you're supposed to do. It's not over that. It's over the screaming and the fighting and the insanity that happens. It's over the literally forcing them to get their clothes on. I realize I've lost another 5 pounds this week. I've realized that the taste of food grosses me out. It makes my tummy, see, I'm a mom, tummy, potty, all those words, makes my tummy just churn, and then I can't finish eating it. I can't smoke the amount of weed I need to smoke. Oh yeah, pause this real quick. I think someone's at the door. Someone is at the door, but I'm not going to answer it, and I just realized what time it was, and I just had a short time. But basically, I just wanted to do a quick update at school. I know that I'm probably not the only mom out there struggling, but we got to figure out how to get this through this morning routine. I realize that I can't just sleep in like I wanted to, so I got to power on through somehow. And I just need to be more open and real, and I need to learn how to ask for help. I really don't ask for help. I have been open, I have been real, but not to the point that I'm sitting here wanting to say and telling you that I am drowning. And every day I pull myself out of bed with positivity, and I got this, and I can do this, and it is so quickly smushed by the environment that I live in. I don't know what to do half the time. So I get really pulled down, and I'm an empath, and I feel everybody's emotions and my intuition and my dreams, and I just take everything on, and I exhaust myself, and I can't seem to move on, and I can't seem to get over that. And to allow myself to ask for help. I keep talking about self-care. I was doing so good about that. The school started where I should have more time, and instead my stress level. So, stick it out. I'm gonna stick it out. The weekend, smoke sesh. Birthday's coming up. I'm gonna make this the best birthday. I've booked my tattoo appointment. Very, very excited. I have fancy restaurant dinner plans booked with the best friend for every year. So I'm just I need to get. September 1st is always the hardest day. September. Anyways, don't mean for this to be a rant. I really just wanted to talk about how hard it is to deal with sensory processing disorder and how it affects your life every day, and it just makes you go crazy. So I will do a second part when I have another minute. Thank you for watching. Don't forget to share, subscribe. I am really proud of the support I've got so far, and amazing comments and amazing feedback. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. It does help me every day, and it helps me continue to want to do this and continue to share my life. So thank you.